Welcome to Middle Age Magic, the theme park and planning holiday blog with your hosts, Sharon.
And Sam, and we are bringing you episode 4. And this will be aimed at family rides. So this will be rides that children from about 8 and under can ride either on their own or with a supervising adult or older child, so over the age of roughly about 14. And we're going to cover all the Disney parks, SeaWorld, and both Universal parks as well in this blog.
So go and get yourself a beverage because this may take a while.
Maybe a long one.
Yeah, and some snacks, and follow us on our romp. Is that the right word?
Jaunt.
Jaunt through the world of things to do with kids.
Start with the Disney parks. Obviously they are aimed at families. It was Walt's dream that families could go and have entertainment and be, ride rides as a family. The main park with the most child-friendly rides in is the Magic Kingdom. So we're going to start there because that's the longest list.
Yeah, and it is quite a significantly long
list.
It is
a very long list. Right, so all these rides we're going to mention first have no height requirements. They're at any height. And the first one we come across was the Astro Orbiter. In Disneyland Paris, this is called Orbitron. So different names, same ride. Excuse me. So you've got Astro Orbiter. You've got Belle and the Beasts, or Beauty and the Beast sing along. Buzz Lightyear Space Ranger Spin.
Ooh.
Dumbo, which, as well as the ride, the actual wait line.
Oh, the queue's amazing.
The queue is interactive, so there's lots to do for little ones to keep them entertained while they're queuing. It's got like a play area in as well.
There's a play area, there's videos to watch.
Yeah.
And they give you one of those little vibrating
pages
like they do when you go to a restaurant and it zuzzes.
Yes.
Is that the right word? Zuzz. And it's ready. Yeah. When you cook.
So the Dumbo queue is, will entertain the little ones anyway.
And one thing to note is the Astro Orbiter, although it is very similar to Dumbo, as in it's a ride on the end of a stick, the stick is not as long on the Astro Orbiter. So it does feel like you're going really quick compared to Dumbo.
High up as well.
Yeah, and it's higher than Dumbo.
Because I think the Astro Orbiter the Astro Orbiter is like above the launch pad quick service, so it's like a story up anyway. You've got the Enchanted Tales with Belle. Haunted Mansion has got no height requirement,
which may be scary for little people.
Yeah, so although it's got no height requirement, just be aware of what is suitable for your child. Some 3-year-olds will love it, other 3-year-olds will come off there screaming their heads off, so just know your child. Small World,
everybody's favorite ride, surely.
Gotta love Small World. Jungle Cruise, Mad Hatter's Tea Party, Peter Pan's Flight, which I love. I don't care. I will take that one. Pirates of the Caribbean,
which does have a drop again.
It's only a small drop.
It's only a small drop, yeah. No,
in Walt Disney World, it's only a small drop, and there's only one.
Paris, we've got.
Paris has 2,
and one's a big one.
And one's a big one. So, but I don't know whether they've got a height requirement in the Paris one. So, because obviously we're just looking at Walt Disney World.
I don't think they do.
Prince Charming's Carousel.
Oh, I love that.
Which is lovely. The People Mover, which is always good for a 10-minute sit down.
I've never been on the People Mover.
Oh, it's always good for a 10-minute sit down. It's lovely, especially because it's air conditioned as well. And that's it. Oh, Tomorrowland Speedway does have a height requirement, which is 32 inches, which is 2'8", which is roughly the size of about a 3-4 year, about a 3-year-old. So um, if you're anything like me, I still work in old money, like feet and inches, which is really bad, but I haven't caught up yet. The Barnstormer has a requirement of 35 inches, which is 2'11". So you can, obviously you'll know the height of your child and you'll know what can go on it. Other things they can go on is the Disneyland Railroad.
Yeah, always fun to ride around the park.
Which is always nice.
And again, nice for a sit down, and it's air.
Yeah.
The stations are aircon, but obviously outside isn't.
Yeah. You've got the Swiss Family Treehouse, which, if you can cope with the steps coming up to it, is you get some really nice views across Magic Kingdom up there. Aladdin's Magic Carpets. Just beware of the spitting camel.
Love the spitting camel.
The Enchanted Tiki Room.
Oh, who doesn't like singing birds?
It's a bit like Marmite, the Tiki Room. Love it or hate it.
I love it.
But it's a really nice place to have a 10-minute sit down.
And it's an absolute classic, and it was one of Rowley's inventions.
Yeah, and the Sherman Brothers music.
Yeah.
You can't really go wrong with that.
No.
Tom Sawyer Island. It's obviously you get the little thing across the island.
The little thing.
Little boats or bridges. I'm not sure. I don't know. But there's some play areas, some climbing frames, some rope bridges. So a good place to take them to let off a bit of steam.
Yeah.
Country Bear Jamboree. Again, it's
Singing
bears. Again, it's another place to go and have a 10-minute sit down and entertain the kids with that.
Yeah.
You've got the riverboat on Liberty Square, which I've done it a couple of times. Again, it's just a really nice 20-minute sit down.
You get some really good views of different parts of the park by going around on the
lake. And there's also some places where you can't see anywhere else apart from the there's like little scenarios that they've set up. You've got Philomagic, which again is a show. Again, 10-minute sit down, but it is really good. I highly recommend Philomagic to anybody.
Yeah, it's hilarious.
It's really, really good. You then got Voyage of the Little Mermaid, where you sit in like a clamshell, a bit like the Doom Buggies, same sort of
very similar design, isn't it? And you travel under the sea, and you get to see there's a nice bit of singing going on.
Yes, there's lots of singing.
Lots
very
of
nice.
Singing going on, and it's lovely and shady in there if it's a warm day.
It's very cool, very nice.
It's lovely.
You've got the Many Adventures of Winnie the Pooh, which is really nice for the little ones. Winnie the Pooh, all the kids love, so that's a good one.
And if it's a mega hot day and you're hanging out, you can go to the Pete Silly sideshow area where the meet and greets are in the circus tents, and they've got Casey Jr.'s water
splash pad.
Is that what it's called? We've been squirted by that train a number of times accidentally as we've walked past, but it's lovely when it's really warm.
Most of the parks have got a splash pad in some shape or form. All I'd say is obviously take a change of clothes for the little ones. If kids are going to be attracted to water, so if they do go in the splash pad, you will want to have a change of clothes.
You do dry out pretty quick though.
In the height of summer, yes, you would dry out very quickly.
Not so much in February.
What depends on. I've been in February and been on bilge wrap barges and come out wetter than I got out of a shower and dried off quite quickly. So that's really.
You make it sound like that. That's it for Magic Kingdom.
It is ride-wise. Yeah. I mean, obviously, you've still got shows, experiences, character meet and greets, but we're not going to touch on them because we've done character meet and greets before, and we want to concentrate on mainly kid-friendly rides. Because obviously, if they're over 3, you've got to pay for a ticket to get in for them. So it's nice to know what they are able to do with a ticket. Obviously, Disney also do the parent swap, which used to your full advantage. It means one parent queues up with the child who wants to go on a ride, and then when they've been on, the next parent goes up via the exit and can ride the ride. So you swap over care of the child, basically. So that's it's a free service. You don't have to pay for it. It's not like Genie Plus. So really make your so really take full advantage of the parent swap.
Yeah.
Right. We're going to move around to Epcot. Epcot is it's
a massive park.
It's a massive park, and I know a lot of people say it's aimed at adults, mainly because everyone thinks of Epcot and drinking around the world and the food and wine festivals and that. But there is still a lot that kids can do there. Obviously, you've got KidCot, which is it's KidCot I would highly recommend. It's an amazing way of teaching kids about all the countries of the world. And they get to learn the flags, they get to learn their name in each country, and they
so the countries in there's loads, but
I want to say 11, but I don't think it's that many.
Don't you? I thought there was more than that.
Right, here we go. Right.
Okay, I wish I'd never asked.
Let's see if we can name them. You got Mexico.
Yeah.
Africa's got a little bit.
Yeah.
Where the drum bit is, but it hasn't got a pavilion.
Mm-hmm.
Norway, China,
yeah,
Germany,
yeah,
Japan,
yeah,
Mexico.
I said Mexico.
Not Mexico.
Morocco.
It began with an M. Close enough. Morocco, France, United Kingdom, Canada.
So is Canada? I'm pointing. It's Canada on the, because if we're going in and we're going Mexico's
first, that way, right? Canada's that way.
Yeah, all right. So how many was that?
10.
Okay. Maybe.
I'm sure I'm missing one.
Probably.
Italy.
You're missing Italy.
11.
Okay.
Yeah, I was right.
You only know that because you've drunk round it.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I have been around it a few times. Right, anyway, in Epcot, that's not for kids. Do not drink around the world for kids. Right, so Epcot, anyway, you've got World of Celebration, and in that you've got the Pixar Short Film Festival. I haven't done this.
It's because that wasn't
new.
That wasn't there the last time we went. But basically, it's in one of the
pavilions.
Oh, I was going to say building. That shows a different number of Pixar shorts, and I love the Pixar shorts. Some of them are hilarious. They've got lots of there's always lots of jokes in there for adults as well as kids, so you can watch it as well as taking the kids to it. I'd probably go and watch that without any kids, to be honest.
You would, yeah. Moving on to World of Nature, you've got the Seas with Nemo, which again you sit in a little like shell, and you go round, and it's all themed with Nemo, and you end up going round the big aquarium. So that's really good.
And the seagulls are brilliant.
Yeah, I love the seagulls. Then got Turtle Talk with Crush.
Oh, this is fantastic.
And this is just it's great for the adults to watch, just for the pure entertainment factor of kids asking Crush questions. And although it's an animated Crush, he answers questions in real time. So it's quite magical there, and that's based in the Seas with Nemo building. So as you get off the Seas with Nemo ride and you're in the sea base aquarium, you've got Crush's the Turtle Talk with Crush is there.
It's in there, yeah.
And you've also got the big Bruce statue exhibit.
You can have your photo taken.
You can have your photo looking out of Bruce's mouth, which
I've done before.
Yeah.
There's all sorts of cool stuff in the sea base. There's the aquarium. There's different fish. There's all sorts of stuff, isn't there?
Yeah.
Loads of stuff.
Yeah, you could spend loads of time in there with kids.
In there, it's brilliant.
World Showcase. So obviously we just mentioned the worlds.
Not every world has got something specifically for children to do other than the KidCot thing. But if you want to go and visit and get a drink or eat from the country, the KidCot thing is great because there's something to do on the KidCot course. Is that the right word? Route in every country for little ones to do. So you can go and visit and get.
Obviously each country has its video cinema experience. giving a little 10-minute video about that country. So again, if you want a 10-minute sit down, I'd recommend going and watching like these little cinematic film tours of the country. In the Mexico Pavilion, you've got the Grand Fiesta Tour with the three caballeros.
Which I must have ridden, I don't know. I think one time Emily decided that was one of her favourite rides, and we just kept getting off and getting back on. I think we rode it 6 times in one go.
Yeah, it's a boat ride, well, but it's not a water. Think it's a small world with the 3 caballeros.
Yeah,
it's the easiest way to describe it. So it's a nice, gentle water ride. Moving over to Norway, you've got
it's my favourite place.
Yeah,
Bloody Frozen.
Yeah. You got the Frozen Ever After that replaced Maelstrom. I was close. So it's the same ride, but it's been themed to Frozen, which is why apparently we'll never get on it.
You can go on it.
I'll video it for you and let you know.
Thanks. It'll be like when you always send Ben and Nathan videos of It's a Small World.
Yeah, I do. Yeah,
they don't like it. Can't understand why.
Yeah, always. Then in France, you've got the Beauty and the Beast sing along, which is in the cinematic area where they do the Paris or France.
Impressions de France.
That's the one.
Which is the one we spoke about on a previous thing that
we did. We said
they almost cancelled it and then had to bring it back
because of the uproar.
So we've got to go and watch it.
We've got to go and watch it now. And you've got Remy's Ratatouille Adventure, which is the same as what is in Paris. It's amazing. It's one of the best rides I think Disney has ever done. Unfortunately, part of it is wasted on me because I don't have a sense of smell.
Oh, you missed the oranges.
So I can't smell the oranges or the bread cooking.
Can you smell the chicken when we go underneath the cooker? No. Wasted.
So it's wasted. That part of the ride's wasted on me.
It's great. You have it's not a roller coaster. It's a trackless ride.
It's a trackless ride. So it's very smooth.
And you're a rat basically.
Yeah. Basically, you are shrunk down to the size of a rat. And you follow Remy and
what are we talking about? The chef?
No, we're talking about the other rat. Remy and come on.
I'm gonna make you work it. It's his brother.
Emil.
Well done.
Thank you.
That didn't take you that long.
No, the brain is sort of working today. And then you've got DuckTales World Showcase Adventure.
You play on your phone.
Oh, is it a doodad one? Right, okay. Yeah. They've got to come up with a few of these now that you pay through the My Disney experience. They've also got one in Galaxy's Edge that you become a bounty hunter in Galaxy's Edge.
I need to do that when we go.
Yeah, I thought you might. But this DuckTales World Showcase Adventure, I don't know anything about it. I'll be honest. But it's
fairly new. You play on your phone and you basically do something in every pavilion.
Oh, does that replace the Agent P thing?
Yeah.
Oh, right. Yeah, when we went out when James was little, you had the Agent P like secret mission, and you actually went to a store and they gave you like a mobile phone, and you did missions in each showcase thing. It was really good because if you stood in certain spots and pressed a button on the phone, Agent P would pop out or skydive, like zip line across the thing. So
it's kind of cool.
It was really good actually. He played it 3 times.
Oh my god!
Every time we went to Epcot, that's all he wanted to do.
Epcot's quite a cool place for kids anyway, because there's so much. Because each pavilion or each little land is themed to the country it's in. They have the plants from the country. They have sometimes bands or singers from the country. They have different music playing from the country. Even the lighting changes between each pavilion.
Yeah, so and if you go out at Christmas, they have each country has its own version of Father Christmas or Santa Claus out. So they learn how each country celebrates Christmas and their traditions and their form of Santa Claus. So that's really good. What you've also got opening quite shortly in Epcot, which will be for all ages, and that's the Moana Water Experience, which is going to be like a garden, like a walk through garden with the story of the seas and things like that. So that's opening this year. So that'll be I can't wait to see that actually.
That will be open when we've gone. That's the whole sort of revamp of that area, where they're putting in the character meet and greets again. The shop's going
Yeah.
to be back. There's a stage there that they're going to put shows on.
So it's nice to see that Epcot is
Wake up, tablet.
reopening. Right, moving around to Animal Kingdom.
Which is a big park.
It is a very big park. Now, I mean, obviously you've got all the animals, so we don't really want to mention them because obviously everyone can go and do the adventure trails. It's like you've got the Great Ape Trail, you've got the trail. Yeah, you've got the trail around the Tree of Life.
Yeah.
So obviously anyone can go and do them. But if your kids like animals, it's a great way to spend some time. In Discovery Island, you've got the Wilderness Explorers.
Oh, that was so much fun. We did that. Emily and I did that when we went out there.
Where you go and get a little passport and you go and wander around and collect badges on the way. It's Tough to Be a Bug show. Now, yes, it says it's open to all ages. Just, again, know your child. Do a little bit of research beforehand, because some kids might be a little bit freaked out because you do get the experience being like jumped on by a bug. So just again, yes, and it's in 3D. Is it 3D?
I think so.
I'm sure it is 3D. So again, just know your kids, and if you think it's going to be too much for them, don't take them on, because you don't want to upset your child like 9 o'clock in the morning when you plan to be there all day. Africa, in the Africa land, you've got Festival of the Lion King show.
Oh my god, that's amazing.
The Lion King shows both in Disney World and Disneyland Paris are like Broadway standard shows. They are fantastic. Again, a good way to spend half an hour sitting down in the aircon. Festival of the Lion King show in Disney World has got acrobats, it's got singers, it's
got animatronics.
It's brilliant. Just go and see it.
It's very interactive. It probably make you cry. It's that emotionally awesome.
Yeah, but definitely go and see it. The Disneyland Paris one is more of the Broadway show based. The Festival of the Lion King in Disney World is something totally spectacular. So
it's in a circular pavilion, and all the action goes on in the middle. So the audience is around the edge, and you're one of 4 animals, aren't you? And you have to, it's all completely interactive.
Yes,
and it's led by Timon and Pumbaa. I was going down a whole new different film route there.
So for me that is a must see. It's a must do.
Absolutely, you can't go to the AK without seeing the festival.
Definitely must do. Another must do for me is the Kilimanjaro safaris. It's about 20 to 30 minute ride through the safari. Get to see all different sort of animals, and some of them do come up really close to the trucks you're on.
I think the last time we went, we had an ostrich who sat down in the middle of the road and it wouldn't move.
Yeah, you do have to sometimes. I think we've had giraffes blocking the roads. But best time to go, early morning, because it's cool. Animals are out,
or just before they go to bed.
Or just before dusk. So either do it first thing or last thing. But definitely a must see. And I don't know a kid who doesn't like elephants or giraffes or
they have zebra, rhino,
lions.
They've got lions.
So, and what are they?
What? Give us a clue.
Hippopotamuses. The brain is on a go slope.
They've got all sorts of antelope. What's that one that Nate really likes? He gets really excited about whenever he sees it. One of the African antelope. It's
a carpy?
No.
Roebucks?
No.
I don't know.
We're not going to list them all, but anyway, they've got some.
But definitely that is a must do.
Yeah.
It's and it gives your kids the chance to see these animals in real life and not just on the TV. In Asia, you've got the Feathered Friends. Oh yeah, sorry.
I'm pointing at my screen. Sorry.
She's pointing at the notes because I forgot.
Forget about that.
Rafiki's Planet Watch. Now you have to get a little train over to Rafiki's Planet Watch, and it is basically a petting zoo. We have mentioned Rafiki's Planet Watch before. It's got like goats that you can go and pet, and sheep, and you've also got, that's where the animation studio is, where you get taught how to draw on a character by one of the animators, and you've also got the vets there, and sometimes you can see them doing little procedures. Like routine procedures. So Rafiki's Planet Watch, yes,
if
you
you're
have
really
to get trained.
lucky as well, sometimes they get a snake out for you, or a spider.
Yeah, they have got the creepy crawly section,
or a lizard. Yeah, they've got
Yeah.
all sorts of cool. There's all sorts of stuff about different. They've got what's the right word? It's not a statue. It's not a cutout. It's like a thing of a tiger. Shows you how high a tiger is. They've got like a
cardboard, not
it's
cardboard
not
cutout.
cardboard. That makes it sound really tacky.
Yeah, but they have things that teach children
Sort of how big animals are in relation to how big a child is. That's
Yeah,
what
so-
I was trying to go for.
Yeah,
Not a
again-
cardboard cutout. Bloody hell.
So again, it's also very much about conservation.
Yeah.
So it's very educational, which is great.
But it is fun. That's
Oh,
made
yeah,
it sound boring.
Yeah, it's not boring. It's
no, it's really good. We spent ages over
Yeah.
there.
Disney have been, they're so clever at making stuff educational without it being boring. So it's nice that your kids are going to learn stuff.
And
as
if
well.
you've watched the Animal Kingdom documentary on Discovery Plus, where you see them doing sort of standard stuff in the vets, it's the vets area that there is at Rafiki's.
Yeah. In Asia, you got the Feathered Friends in Flight, which is the bird show.
Yeah,
I like that. So I've never seen it.
Well, that's on the to-do list. How can you have not seen it?
I had James with me.
Oh yeah, that gives.
James has ADHD and autism, so it was very, when he was younger.
Oh, he's much better now.
He's much better now, but it was very hard to get him to sit still for 20 minutes. So he was on the go all the time.
Yeah.
In Dino Land USA, now at the moment, a lot of Dino Land is under reconstruction. So they've taken away one ride, and there's walls up everywhere else. So yeah, very.
Don't know what they're doing to it.
Well, if you believe what was at D23, it's becoming a Moana boat ride.
Okay.
But we'll see. Nothing's been announced, but D23 rumours. It was like they at D23 last year, they said they were going to close Dino Land. It was all being reimagined, and there was some artwork posted up of a Moana water ride. So, but nothing's been confirmed as yet as to what's going in there, but we will see.
But if your kids like dinosaurs, it's quite cool because you can go to the boneyard and dig up a fossil.
Yeah, boneyard is like a big
Giant
sand pit, climbing frame. Let the kids run around for 20 minutes and burn off some energy. You've got the fossil fun games, which are basically carnival games. So like the rollerball, whack-a-mole. There is an extra charge for them. They aren't included in ticket price.
It's a shooting game as well, isn't it? You have to shoot water at them.
Yes, yeah, like a water pistol.
I don't know why I'm doing the water.
Tell me off. You got Triceratops Spin, which is basically Dumbo but with dinosaurs, which is cool.
It was a spinny like roller coaster, It was
like the mouse trap one.
Spinny roller coaster thing. That's the one that's gone.
The one that's gone. You've also got the Finding Nemo show here, which is the Big Blue and Beyond,
which is the revamped version. Because when we went last, it was Finding Nemo the musical.
Again, one I haven't done.
Really? Oh my god, it was amazing.
Shows James wouldn't sit down.
Well, we're doing that one when we go. It's one of these ones that's got live actors, it's got puppets, it's got songs, it's got lighting. It's like a massive Broadway production in this theatre.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know how many times a day, but they like whack it out every 45 minutes.
Yeah.
All day.
Yeah. All the shows in Animal Kingdom are shown regularly throughout the day.
Yeah.
Just keep an eye on the My Disney Experience for the timings. And yeah, they're the quality of Disney shows are unbelievable. The Beauty and the Beast
Oh,
musical is my favourite.
we're getting
Yeah.
to that.
I know. I
Calm
do.
down, calm down.
I'm getting ahead of myself.
Yeah. So Animal Kingdom's great, especially if you love animals.
Yeah.
And just be warned, there's a lot of hoofing about, so wear comfortable shoes. It is a massive park.
Yeah, and it's up and down.
Yeah.
So yeah. So be prepared to walk a lot. at
Anyone
Animal
that says an
Kingdom.
Animal Kingdom is not a full day's park is having a laugh.
Like Hollywood Studios. Always mind Hollywood Studios. Also. Right, Hollywood Studios.
That's because I was generous.
Oh, okay. Right, so starting off at Hollywood Boulevard, you've got Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway. There is no height requirement on this, which I was really surprised about.
Because it's a bit chucky about.
It's
you
a
said.
if we've not done it yet because it wasn't open when we were last there, but having seen videos of people when they're in Daisy's dance class, and when she does the chatter and the conga, and you see adults doing this, I'm like, oh no, little ones are gonna be. But hold on to the kids, keep a firm grasp on them
because they might rattle like
they
a
might
Malteser
rattle
in a jar.
around. Yeah, so just be careful of them. Echo Lake, you've got Vacation Fun, which is a short film starring Mickey and Minnie. So again, another good reason to have a 10-minute sit down. And you've got the Frozen sing-along show.
No, the bloody Frozen sing-along show.
In Sharon's opinion.
Sorry.
Now, I have heard nothing but good about this. And the fact that she can't do it.
I can't do it. It's just a block. I think it's because when Frozen came out, Emily was a child of a certain age, and the video it wasn't a video. Then it was a DVD.
Yeah.
I was thinking of the other child. Was on continuously. It would stop. She put it back on. It would stop. She put it back on. It would stop. She put it back. So I am totally frozen down, and I think we had it rammed down our throat at Disneyland Paris, didn't we? For a couple of years.
Frozen was ever in Disneyland Paris.
So it's broken me. So I think maybe if I abstain from bloody Frozen for a little while, then maybe I could be persuaded to tolerate it.
But apparently the narrators who do the Frozen sing-along show.
You nearly called it the bloody Frozen.
I did. She got me doing it.
Sorry.
The narrators make a lot of adult-friendly jokes within the show, so
I might go and watch it just for you.
just to give a opinion.
Okay.
I will video the opinion. Moving into Grand Avenue, you've got Muppet Vision 3D.
I love Muppets.
Muppets are, for people of a certain age, we grew up with the Muppets.
Oh yeah, every Saturday night the Muppet Show.
Yeah, so
Gonzo's my favourite.
Animal and Miss Piggy. That's it. It's 3D and
it's hilarious.
It's kids love it because they're puppets. And
it's just slapstick fun humour. And they all know Kermit, don't they?
Yeah, most of them. So if not, you are bringing them up wrong.
Yeah.
So yeah, but for obviously adults love Muppets as well.
Especially because if anybody that loves the Muppet Show obviously knows about Statler and Waldorf heckling from the sides. They do that the whole way through.
They do. But again, it's one of them that I think
it's Marmite, isn't it?
One, it's Marmite. Two, it's been there a very long time. It may be on the cutting list.
Yeah. So if you love your Muppets,
get
in there.
Get in and get this seen.
I'm surprised they didn't cut it when they did Galaxy's Edge because it is on the cusp.
Yeah,
it's on the cusp of Galaxy's Edge.
It's on that line. It's speaking of Galaxy's Edge, although Galaxy's Edge, the rides do have a height requirement that blocks out young kids. If you've got kids who like Star Wars, there's just no better place for them to go. There is so much to see. There are characters just walking around. There's stormtroopers walking
everywhere,
around,
isn't there? You see Chewbacca wandering about.
There's and they will interact with children.
Or they interact with me.
Well, they have a choice.
No.
There you go. And obviously at the moment you've got the Mandalorian and Grogu meeting.
He's Galaxy's there permanently, isn't he?
He is.
He'd best still be there when we go, otherwise I might cry.
So yeah, if you've got little boys or little girls who love Star Wars, just take them into Galaxy's Edge and let them wander. because, you know, going in and out of the marketplace, seeing the Millennium Falcon up close, and don't forget to get your photo pass photos as well, because they have some amazing magic shots, especially at night with the lightsabers. So it's a good excuse to hang around, to be in the dark. Toy Story Land. Now, obviously, kids love Toy Story. Who doesn't? You've got the 3 rides in there. You've got the Alien Swing Saucers, which has a minimum height requirement of 32 inches.
Which is 81 centimetres for people in not real money, new money. It's not new money.
And that's about a 2-year-old, if not smaller.
Dinky.
So Alien Swing Saucers is great for little ones. Slinky Dog Dash has a minimum height requirement of 38 inches, which is about a 4-year-old, 3 to 4-year-old, depending how obviously big your little one is. Toy Story Mania. Now, I love this ride.
Me too.
so it's got no height requirement. So
you do need a strong arm, though.
Yeah, I mean, you know, they'll probably enjoy riding along and pulling on the string. So yeah, I think, you know, little ones will enjoy that. So it's Toy Story Mania. Animation Courtyard. Star Wars Launch Bay, which is an exhibition and the meet and greet area for Chewbacca and Darth Vader. Go and check out the May the 4th video for...
I wondered when that was coming.
Told you it's going. The May the 4th video for the photos from the exhibition and Sharon's experience of when Sharon met Chewbacca. The love story. I made a snort. So check out the May the 4th video for more details about the Star Wars Launch Bay. And in the same area, you've got the Disney Junior and Play and Dance. Basically, it's Disney Junior characters, obviously, and they have a dance party. And it's great for the little ones to blow off steam, great for the adults to have a 10-minute sit down.
You'd love that. Adults to have a 10-minute sit down. You know, when we go next time, there's no sitting down.
No, I know.
It's lucky we're not taking any small people with us.
Yes, it'll be the small people complaining they need to sit down.
Yeah.
Always been the way. Finally, in Hollywood Studios, you've got the Lightning McQueen's Racing Academy. Now this, I know this has got a big Lightning McQueen that talks, and
it's an interactive talky thing.
There you go. Wasn't open when I was there last, so that one.
And your favourite?
I love this. The Beauty and the Beast show.
It is good. It's very good.
It's literally like a Broadway, shortened Broadway musical, 20 minutes.
Yeah, it's 20 minutes. It's Beauty and the Beast in 20 minutes, Broadway style. It's really good.
Yeah,
it's really good.
And it's air conditioning. Although it's outside, you're covered, and they've got ceiling fans, so it's nice and cool. I mean, obviously, you've got the other shows. You've got Fantasmic. You've got the fireworks that obviously are all ages, and that's why we've not really included them. No, because obviously, you know, everyone can go to them.
These are things specifically that small people can do.
Yeah.
I haven't filled any of that in. That's in your book.
That's in my book. Right. Going on to SeaWorld. Now, when people think of SeaWorld, they think of the big roller coasters like Mako, obviously Pipeline's opening. But it does.
Excited about
I'm
that.
so excited for Pipeline. I can't wait for that. Obviously, it does have the shows. It's obviously got the shark aquarium. You've got the sea lion show. You've got the dolphin show. You've got the orca shows. Again, all the shows everyone can go to, regardless of age or height. So we're not really touching on them. Now, SeaWorld does have a specific area for kids, and that's a Sesame Street area. So it's all Sesame Street themed. And it does have quite a few rides for little ones, which I was really...
There's basically rides for me as well, because I don't do roller coasters.
Yeah, Sharon doesn't do roller coasters. So to start off with, you've got Grover's Boxcar Derby, which is...
I love Grover.
Which is a very small roller coaster. I think Barnstormer in
Oh,
Disney World,
right up my alley
Rover
then.
Sports Car Derby. It has got a 38-inch height requirement.
Oh, so what's that?
So you're looking at about a 3-4-year-old. So, and they have to be accompanied by an adult. Then you've got Abbey's Flower Tower, which is like a little go up a tower, droppy down tower. So, but it's a gentle drop, not
It's not like the Tower of Terror, then, is it?
not like Tower of Terror, not like Doctor Doom. You're fine. That has a 42-inch height requirement, which is about a 5-year-old. So, like the average 5-year-old. You've got
That's
big.
probably too much for me if it's dropping down. I know.
Yes. Carry on. You've got Big Bird's Twirl and Whirl. And that's a 36-inch height requirement, which is about a 3-year-old. So these are all just rough estimates of heights. Cookie Drop, which I know is a one. That's
It's a what one? A
one. That's a 42-inch height requirement. Then you've got Elmo's Choo Choo Train. She's going to go in it, you know.
Of course I am.
That's a 36-inch.
What else am I going to do while you're riding ridiculously big roller coasters when we're at SeaWorld? I'm going to go and check out.
You're going to go look at sharks
and check out the kids' rides. Research, obviously.
Rosita's Harmony Hills. Now this is like a play area, but it's got like bells and things that make noise. So adults, take your painkillers for the headaches because you know it's going to happen. Then you've got Slimy's Slider. Love the name. And that's a 42-inch height requirement. So again, about 5 years old. The Sunny Day Carousel has no height requirement, but anyone under 42 inches has to be accompanied by an adult. So name speaks for itself. It's a carousel. And then you've got Rubby Ducky Waterworks, which is a splash pad. So as we mentioned, take a spare set of clothes for them. There's no height requirement for their splash pad. So yeah, SeaWorld has got its own kids area, which is great.
Especially if you've got coaster loving parents.
Yeah.
You can take it in turns then.
Yeah. And they also have a Sesame Street parade.
Oh yeah.
Every day as well.
And they do other stuff where you can peek through.
Yeah, the whole area is interactive. So you can go up to windows and I think they've got a Oscar's
in the bin.
Oscar's in the bin, so you can talk to Oscar, and so yeah. Great that the kids have got their own area within SeaWorld, especially as SeaWorld is becoming known.
Do they not have the little Shamu roller coaster anymore? Really like that.
No, that's gone. I know the little Shamu one was really
like
good.
the Shamu roller
yes.
coaster.
No, because that all went over to the Sesame Street area.
Oh yeah, of course it did.
All got converted. So yeah, I said as SeaWorld is becoming known as home of the roller coasters.
Yes. Roller Coaster Central, isn't it, for Florida now?
Yeah. Yeah. So it's nice that there is an area for kids. There's quite a bit to do for them. So definitely worth, and plus all the shows. So definitely worth it. Moving on to Universal. Now, obviously in Islands of Adventure, you've got the Dr. Seuss area.
Seuss
Landing.
Which we've only walked through, which I've only walked through in the dark at a party. So I didn't actually get to see much of it. So I'm quite looking forward to checking it out.
Yeah, I've only walked through it on the way to Harry Potter.
Of course, because you had James.
Because I had James with me. And James is was Harry Potter mad, still is Harry Potter mad. And last time I was at Isle of Adventure, we were going between Harry Potter and Spider-Man. And that was it. I didn't get.
Did you not see anything else of the park other than Harry
Potter?
No,
Harry Potter and Spider-Man. So that was my thing of Island Adventure. Previously, I had been there purely with adults, and we did all the water rides in January, which was interesting. Right, but anyway, going back, you've got the Carousel, which is the Dr. Seuss themed carousel. And that's got no height requirement. So that's a good one for the little ones. Flight the Hippogriff, which is in Hogwarts. That's the smaller roller coaster.
It's next door to Hagrid's,
It's
isn't it?
next door to Hagrid's, and that's got a 36-inch height requirement. One Fish, Two Fish in Dr. Seuss has got no height requirement. It's a Dumbo type ride. Oh, I've got the horses too today. But it squirts water at you.
And you're in a fish.
And you're in a fish, and the fish in the middle squirt water at you, so you may get wet. Now, Pterodon Flyers has a minimum height requirement of 36 inches, a maximum height requirement of 56 inches, and if you're an adult, you can only ride it if you're with someone under 56 inches. Otherwise, you can't ride it.
You're banned.
Yeah, so you either have to have a child with you, adopt a child for the day, or grab one and ask.
Just randomly grab a child.
Grab a child. Or you can go to an Orlando Informer Meet, which is a ticketed event, and they're held 3-4 times a year, and you can ride that as an adult then. But that's the only way you can ride it as an adult without a child.
I wouldn't ride, it's too high for me. Sorry.
See what I have to put up with. Then you've got Stormforce Accelatron. This is next door to the Hulk roller coaster, and it's basically teacups, and there's no height requirement for that.
Teacups though. So
it is X-Men. It's Storm teacups. Cat in the Hat ride has 36-inch height requirement, and the high in the sky Seuss trolley tram ride,
which we want to go on,
is 36 inches. So that's everything in Islands of Adventure. That
doesn't sound like much, really, considering how big.
Doesn't sound. No. I think with Universal, you've really got to, decide, is it worth paying to get your child a ticket into Island of Adventure, knowing what there is in there. There isn't any shows. Obviously, Poseidon's Fury, which would have been one, is closing down. So yeah, there isn't a lot. Universal, I would say, is purely for teens and above, to be honest, to get value for money out of the ticket. So that's personal opinion. Obviously, if you want to take your little ones in there, then it's a personal decision. Me personally, I wouldn't take them in under 10 years old, just to get value for money out of the ticket.
Yeah.
So Universal Studios at the moment is severely lacking for little ones because they closed down the Kids Zone. There's 4 rides that they can go on. Despicable Me Minion Mayhem has a 40-inch height requirement, which is about 40 inches. It's about a 4 or 5-year-old. So Hogwarts Express, the train journey between the 2 parks, is under 48 inches, have to be supervised, but any age can go on it. The ET ride is 34 inches and above, and Kang and Kodu's Twirl and Hurl.
Sounds amazing.
Makes you want to go on it, doesn't it?
It does, actually, because I like a spinny ride. See, I can do spinny.
Yeah.
Can't do droppy.
That doesn't have a height requirement, so you can take. Now, other rides that do have a 40-inch height requirement, so would be suitable for 4 or 5-year-olds. 40 inches, yeah, 4 or 5-year-olds ish. Fast and Furious.
I wouldn't fancy. It's not my cup of tea, and I'm definitely bigger than that.
Yeah,
I'm older than that too.
Jimmy Fallon's Escape to New York, or
something like that.
Something like that. Simpsons ride is 40 inches. Transformers 3D is 40 inches. Men in Black is 42. So again, 5-6-year-olds could ride these with the height requirement, but again, know your child. Especially with things like Men in Black. You're taking a 5-year-old on, and they're going to be attacked by aliens. Is it going to give them nightmares? So yes, they may be big enough to ride it, but do they think, could they cope with it? Because you're looking at 5 minutes being attacked by aliens. So
Could be a lifetime of trauma.
Could be. So that is literally everything in Universal Studios at the moment for little ones.
Obviously, when the kids' zone's been revamped, they're going to have
Yeah,
a whole
once
area.
whole area to themselves
Yeah,
again.
no, I won't go on about Epic Universe. Because that
Don't
would-
start with Epic Universe.
Sorry.
You have a whole, you get a whole podcast yourself on Epic Universe. You are restrained to that. So, with all the parks in Orlando, that is everything for children from 8 years and under. So, once they reach that magical, like 42 inches, whole new world opens up to them. But family friendly, little ones rides, that's everything.
Yeah.
So, in my personal opinion, stick to the Disney parks and maybe give SeaWorld a go. But yeah, that's everything for the little ones.
That was quite
We good?
Yeah.
If you've liked this video, don't forget to click the like button. It helps us with YouTube. If you want to see more, don't forget to subscribe. And if you want to be notified when we post a new video, don't forget to ring the bell.
I got a bell. I said I was going to get a bell.
She's got the bell.
Got a bell. She's not allowed to touch it though.
I'm not allowed to use it. So we'll see you all next time. Bye.
Bye.